Definition of gastroparesis is paralyzed stomach. Gastro meaning stomach, paresis meaning paralyzed. I had never heard of this condition before I got diagnosed. I didn't know it existed. It has taken my life and turned it upside down. I had already lived with fibromyalgia for 7 years when I got diagnosed with gastroparesis. August is Gastroparesis Awareness Month. Creating awareness is the first step at getting a cure. We need to spread the word about how hard it is to live with gastroparesis. More than 5 million Americans have gastroparesis in the United States alone. It is taking people's lives due to malnutrition, infections through the feeding tube, people getting sepsis from the leftover food that creates bacteria in the stomach. At one point in my gastroparesis struggle, I did have to have a feeding tube. Each tube would get kinked up in my stomach. I would have to say that I had 5 feeding tubes placed within a 6-month period. During that time, they finally decided that they were gonna sew it into my stomach. In the meantime, I had to get nutrition, so they did what they called TPN. TPN is basically nutrients that go in directly through an IV, where they put an IV tube that goes through the vein all the way to your heart. It is so crucial that you keep that clean that they only allow licensed nurses that are specially trained to come and clean your dressing for that tube. Within 1 week of getting the TPN tube, I was in the hospital. I was at my grandmother's house. I had been feeling weird all day long. And as I was leaving, I felt a little strange and I didn't want her to see me. So as I walked through the door, I fell to the ground and I started seizing. My kids were with me, all 6 of them. Carlos. I felt like I was freezing, like nothing I'd ever felt before. When I got to the hospital, it turned out the one time that the dressing had been changed, the nurse had done something wrong. I was in the hospital for 5 days. I had to wait while my labs were sent off to the CDC to let me know what was causing the sepsis in my body. And there was a very huge chance that I could have died. People with gastroparesis get more sick and have more deaths due to the treatment options that are given to keep us fed. What we need is a cure for gastroparesis. It changed my family's life because they no longer have the mother that they had before. I get tired so often, yet I fight every day to maintain some sort of normalcy in their life. I strive to do everything that I used to do before I got diagnosed. Most of the time, that is next to impossible. I went to college to graduate, to go back to having to wait tables, to be able to keep some sort of insurance so that I would not die. This struggle affects so many Americans and so many people across the world. I am the mother of 6 beautiful children. I am a wife. I am a best friend. I am a hard worker. I am all those things amplified because of these conditions, and neither one of them has a cure. Thank you for listening to my story. Please show support by wearing green in the month of August. Creating awareness is the most important thing this Gastroparesis Awareness Month. I want to put a face to gastroparesis, so please like and share this video.